A stunning legal showdown that shook the nation. In a moment, straight out of a Hollywood thriller, former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi took the courtroom by storm, exposing one of the biggest judicial scandals in recent memory. The target? Judge Howard Gates, a once respected figure, now revealed to be at the center of a dark and corrupt conspiracy. The tension in the courtroom was palpable as Bondi, known for her fearless pursuit of justice, rose to her feet and methodically dismantled the empire of deception Judge Gates had built over the years. With a stack of irrefutable evidence in hand, she unveiled a shocking trail of bribery, case rigging, and judicial misconduct that left everyone in stunned silence. But what happened next sent shockwaves across the nation. The moment of truth, handcuffs for the judge. As Bondi dropped the final bombshell, revealing damning financial records and secret recordings, murmurs swept through the courtroom. Then BOOM. Federal agents burst through the doors, their badges glinting under the fluorescent lights. Judge Howard Gates, the man who once wielded the gavel with unchecked power, suddenly found himself on the receiving end of justice. The lead agent stepped forward and, with a voice that cut through the hushed silence, declared, "Judge Howard Gates, you are under arrest for conspiracy, bribery, and obstruction of justice." Gasps filled the air. Reporters scrambled for their cameras. The judge's face went pale as the cold metal of handcuffs snapped around his wrists. His protests were drowned out by the eruption of cheers and applause from victims who had suffered under his corrupt rule. How did he get away with it for so long? For years, Gates sat on the bench, making rulings that mysteriously favored powerful elites and well-connected criminals. Case after case, innocent people saw their lives destroyed while deep-pocketed players walked free. Whispers of corruption followed him, but no one dared to challenge his grip on the system until now. Bondi's investigation pulled back the curtain on a network of shady deals. Evidence revealed that Gates had been taking bribes from high-profile defendants, altering case outcomes, and even manipulating jury selections to serve his own interests. One particularly damning discovery? Bank records showing massive deposits into offshore accounts linked to Gates' money traced back to notorious criminal enterprises. Courtroom chaos, cheers, and outrage collide. As Gates was dragged away, the scene in the courtroom was unlike anything seen before. Victims of his rulings, families torn apart, businesses destroyed, wept tears of relief. Some shouted, "Justice at last," while others erupted in applause, knowing that their long fight for truth had finally paid off. Meanwhile, Gates' defenders, including a handful of high-powered attorneys, attempted to argue his innocence. But it was too late. The evidence was overwhelming, and the disgraced judge was headed straight for a jail cell. What's next? The fallout begins. With Gates behind bars, the legal system is now scrambling to clean up the mess he left behind. Cases he presided over are being re-examined, and whispers suggest that more arrests could be on the horizon. Pam Bondi, having once again proven herself as a relentless force for justice, has vowed to keep pushing forward. "This is only the beginning," she declared outside the courthouse. "We are rooting out corruption at every level." The nation watches as this historic case unfolds. Will others be exposed? Will more powerful figures fall? One thing is certain: this was just the first domino to drop. Stay tuned. The fight for justice is far from over. For years, Judge Howard Gates sat on the bench, wielding his power like a king. But behind the scenes, a dark web of corruption was growing, one that Pam Bondi just exposed in a stunning courtroom moment that left jaws on the floor. Leaked financial records show that Gates was secretly funneling money into offshore accounts, receiving massive payouts from corporate elites and organized crime figures in exchange for favorable rulings. Innocent people were sent to prison, while criminals walked free, all thanks to Gates' dirty deals. But Bondi's relentless pursuit of justice led to a day of reckoning. As she unveiled the evidence in court, federal agents swarmed in, arresting Gates on the spot. The once powerful judge crumbled, his reputation and freedom destroyed in an instant. Now, insiders say more names are about to be exposed. Could this be the biggest legal takedown in history? Stay tuned, the truth is only beginning to unravel. The walls of justice shook today as Pam Bondi delivered a blistering takedown of Judge Howard Gates, a man once seen as untouchable. In a courtroom packed with stunned spectators, Bondi revealed shocking evidence of Gates' corruption, bribes, case fixing, and deep connections to powerful criminal figures. Gasps filled the room as federal agents stormed in, grabbing Gates before he could even react. "You can't do this," he reportedly shouted, but it was too late. Handcuffs clicked around his wrists as the entire courtroom erupted in cheers and outrage. Victims of his rulings wept, knowing that justice had finally prevailed. With Gates facing decades in prison, the legal system is now scrambling to clean up his corrupt rulings. Who else will fall? Is this just the beginning? Stay tuned, this scandal is far from over.